on, Greenie. Rise and shine.
Welcome to What the Flick, everybody. We're all here. It's Ben and Matt, Alonzo, and Christy. A bunch of movies this week. The first one we'll begin with is one I didn't see. I'm thrilled not to see it because I could go the rest of my life not seeing a young adult novel, a young adult young adult movie that adapts from a young adult novel. Shut up!
They're going to keep coming whether you see them or not.
That's true.
You better learn
They
how
don't
to
care
say
about
it.
you.
Oh my God, I'm already exasperated.
You're not the demo.
Who's describing Maze Runner?
I'm going to describe it. Hi, The Maze Runner. So perhaps you've heard this one before. It is a dystopian future, a rigidly structured dystopian future where one plucky teenager dares to think for himself, shake up the status quo, and start a revolution, or at least a trilogy. Take a look.
What is this place?
Can you tell me your name?
I can't remember anything.
Who put us here? We don't know.
What's out there?
The maze.
Every morning when those doors open, the runners look for a way out. And no one has ever survived a night in the maze. What happens to them?
Everything started changing the moment you showed up.
It's a girl.
Thomas,
Why are we different?
what if we were sent here for a reason?
You're not like the others. You're curious. But if you want to stay here, I need to know that you're gonna follow the rules.
So, this is really great for a long time.
Oh, this movie starts out really strong.
It's really
like
good.
shockingly strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the longer they keep you not knowing what's going on, the more interesting it becomes. And then when you start finding out what is going on,
Yeah, I mean, it's got this really interesting texture to it, right? It's not super glossy, high tech, although the director, Wes Ball, this is his first feature, he has a visual effects background, right? But there's something kind of rough-hewn and kind of tactile and kind of organic and also kind of industrial about the look of it, these giant walls that surround the glade. And the sound design is great, like clattering and startling.
rattling Dolby.
Yeah, no, but it puts you on edge from the very, very start. It's very, very effective, and you don't know what's going on for a while, although it very much is Lord of the Flies in a lot of ways. It feels familiar, and yet it's different in many ways. And then the third act comes and explains everything.
Yeah, that's kind of where it all falls apart, and it's gotten to the point where, you know, I'm not going to be the salon punter, whoever that says that adults shouldn't read YA, but YA has become such a formula in its current state. You know, I mean, I'm not lumping, you know, To Kill a Mockingbird and all this, but, you know, when you look at from Harry Potter to Hunger Games to Divergent, this, you know, The Giver, Beautiful Creatures, City of Bones, like all they're all that's what they call the special snowflake movie. You know, it's always the one awesome teen who sees through everything and is gonna, you know, upend the world and make changes and get the girl/boy, and, you know, it's just, I've seen it. I've seen it. And you know, if you do it excessively well, like in the Hunger Games, I don't mind that I've seen it. You know, you make it interesting, give it a spin. This was, again, you're right. While they keep us in the dark, it's exciting, and then once the lights come on, you're like, this.
It's unintentionally hilarious too. Like the reveal is supposed to be really tense. And stuff's going on in the background that's really funny, and I don't think they meant it to be funny.
Yeah, this movie was really frustrating because the first couple acts of this movie, it made me think of some of the really good Ray Bradbury stories. Like the mystery involved in it and the sci-fi it sets up works really well, and that mystery adds to the tension. And even as they do a little bit of the explanation early on in the film, it's okay because you haven't gotten the full sense of how badly the reveal's actually going to go. And you know, as you get to see behind the curtain a little bit, like that kind of works for a little while. But then when you get the clear picture, like when they sit and then you get the exposition that explains the whole thing, like, oh, come on. And I think part of it is, at that point, the expectations are so high that almost any story that they do is probably going to be a disappointment.
Right.
But I think that this one is legitimately disappointing. Like, it's kind of half-baked.
And there's so many endings, and there's so many things that happen in the explanation. Like, it's layer upon layer of stuff. And I guess this is how it goes down in the book. I have to admit, this time I did not do my homework and read the book. I guess this is how it happens. Have you guys read the book?
No.
I have skimmed the book.
Okay, so this is probably very faithful.
Actually,
I would guess,
it
right?
takes some liberties, and I think,
Does it?
especially early on, that makes sense. Again, you get to a point where this could have been something really cool like Logan's Run, and then they just drop the ball at the end, and it's really frustrating. So I would say to people that are thinking about going to see this, like, walk out at the end of the second act, and then you're fine.
But if you're gonna, there's gonna be a sequel.
Well, yeah, this
quite
is so not a
obviously,
standalone movie.
This is the beginning of a whole franchise, so you kind of have to know what happens that put them all, who put them there, and why they're there, and what their purpose is.
That's assuming people actually go see it. We have seen a lot of
Golden
franchise
Compasses.
Golden Compass, I Am Number Whatever.
Number 4.
Right? There won't be a number 5. We've seen a lot of those try and
That's
get
true.
started and just kind of die out. So
That
if
is
nobody
true.
goes and see it,
But I think number 2 is already in some stage of production, and
the same with the same director.
same writer. I know. I don't know about the director.
So we should say the guy's name who stars in it, Dylan O'Brien. He's very cute in the young Rob Lowe kind of way. He is solid. You know, he's not overplaying it. He's
the
not
casting
deer in
is
the
really good. I
It
think
is.
they throw all these characters at you at the same time, and so they've cast people with really distinctive faces. You know, so like the kid from We're the Millers and the kid from
Will Poulter from where?
right, and
He's
then
the bully.
and
Yeah.
Thomas Sangster or whatever from Love Actually.
Brody
and
Sangster.
Yeah, you know,
He's
like
good.
there's a lot of like really. So even before you know their names, you
known
know
as
their
Judge
faces, you
Reed.
know how to recognize them, which is really helpful because if they all looked like the boys in Divergent, for example, you know,
all
who
pretty
all
and smooth, right.
and we're all brunettes, like that would be a big blur. So I will give them. This is competently made. There's some good craftsmanship going on here, but ultimately it does just kind of once it shows its hand, it's not interesting.
Yeah, and the characters are all types, but the actors chosen to play them, you're right, are all cast well. They're all solid. You have the leader, you have the right hand man who's kind of impish, you have the bully, you have the wisecracking chubby kid. I mean, they're all types, and then a girl shows up. And it feels underdeveloped, but I'm guessing that also is more developed in the sequel.
So I'm told by angry
Are
commenters.
these teens old enough to be having sex?
Yeah.
Because this is my
No
standard.
one has sex though.
It's my new standard for a movie. I
Right.
can't enjoy a movie where the protagonist, even if we don't see it, is not of the age and trying to have sex in the scenes that we're not seeing.
I'd say they're all between 13 and 18. The older ones, the guy who got there first has been there for 3 years. They send up a new kid every month with supplies.
You think there would be some British boarding school type romances among the
Right.
boys there, but
No.
There probably is.
Not touching this movie
They've been-
at all
right,
with a
they've been
10-foot pole,
All
no.
boys for 3 years in this woodsy glade. Yeah, but no
Why
one,
is it
no
only
one's-
British boarding schools? Like, what's the...
Well, you know.
Right.
So anyway, so what?
Americans ain't
Or
gay.
is it? Right.
So,
Gay.
Only American prisons.
so what are our numbers then, Matt Atchity?
This kind of worked for me, 6.5. Again, I was disappointed at the very end, but had me going for a long time.
5.8, I mean, it's not, it works for a while and then it doesn't.
Wait, I say 6.8. I agree with all of you people.
64% on the tomato meter.
We're at 6.3, so right around there. I mean, is it going up? Is it going down? It's kind of
holding.
Yeah. So I think if you're a fan of like the genre, you'll probably go see this.
Probably so, yeah.
Right.
I was going to see it, but I thought at that point that it was about corn. But now that I've heard you guys review it,
There is corn because they garden.
oh, all right.
It's an
They have
agrarian.
Okay.
crops.